So recently my $250 Beats Studio headphones broke, and thus, my journey of reviewing headphones begins. I've been using the Beats Studios for nearly 5 years now, and honestly I had no complaints whatsoever. I think the sound quality was so good, the fit was great. Only thing I had concerns with was how flimsy the build was. I've always wanted to use different headphone brands like Sony, Bose, and JBL. So today, I tried a quick pair of JBL Ank Live 660s. I've been using these headphones for about 3 to 4 weeks now. I just wanted to make sure I gave them every single test that I could, whether it was running, listening to music loudly, softly in coffee shops, and just everything like that. And for starters, the fit is great. They look a bit smaller than the Beats Studio ear covers, but the sound quality is still good. But honestly, that's kind of where my praise stops for these, if I'm honest. So these are an interesting pair of headphones, mainly because I feel like I have 2 different ratings for them. One would be when you get them with the factory settings, and then one would be after you change them to what I would recommend. When you first get these headphones, they're tied to some type of voice activation, and they also sometimes are really sensitive to touch. And kind of what that means is it will just disrupt your music flow, whether you're just like walking through a city, whether you even just like give them a little touch on the just the logo. And I read a lot of reviews, and a ton of people had the same issues as me with this. After using these for a few weeks, I kind of got tired of hearing that, as well as some static that would just randomly come through. And then after a few weeks of just weathering the storm of that, I ended up downloading the JBL app, which can help you choose the settings on the headphones. And I changed it to one where it said it's just Alexa activated rather than voice activated. Even that still isn't great, to be honest, because that's kind of when the touch part comes into play for me. But it's still a little bit better than the factory setting in my opinion. Coming from the Beats Studio, these also don't go as loud as them, which might be a good thing overall just for protecting your ears. But for me, even if I know it is the right thing to not play music super loud, I'm probably going to play it as loud as I can. And these just don't go as loud, which is notable. So when it comes to the price point of these were only $80 for me because I bought them refurbished. They're generally listed for like $120 or $130, and they're marked down from $200. So this kind of leaves them at a bit of a more affordable pair, which is exactly why I bought them. I just wanted something quick, wanted something relatively cheap just to patch the hole, because I just need headphones like this just for everything I like to do and how I like to work. Another notable thing is the noise canceling is not that good on these. Maybe it's because the ear plating isn't as big, but honestly it didn't really do it for me when people were sitting next to me. Even when I turned it up full volume, it kind of just would distract me and still would kind of hear the people who were sitting next to me in a coffee shop. All in all, for the price point I got these for, I'd probably give them somewhere between like a 7 and a 7.5. But for their normal listing price of $200, you'd be much better off getting something like the Beats Studios for $250, which is just $50 more. And I'm sure probably with Bose and Sony. But that is what I hope to review next. For the headphones I'm interested in getting in the future, I'm thinking somewhere like the Sony XM4s or XM5s. Probably the 4s because they're a little cheaper, just last generation. I'm also pretty interested in Bose, like I mentioned, as well as the Sennheiser or Marshall headphones. And odds are I'll probably come in and review my Beats Studio headphones as well, kind of give a foundational review. But then I would like to get into something like those ones I mentioned in the future. I hope this was helpful out there for someone though, because I was really just going off of half-hearted Amazon reviews. I've never heard anything about JBL headphones in general, which maybe should have been a sign out the gates. But I just wanted to give some thorough review for even just one other person who likes music and cares about sound quality as much as I do. I'd love to hear what kind of headphones you guys recommend trying in the future, whether it's one of the ones I mentioned or something I've never heard. And stay tuned for the next video in November. Maybe it'll be headphones, maybe it won't, but I just really wanted to make this. I think it could be helpful, and thank you for watching.